today's math lesson is a little different than what we've been doing. So we are continuing our lesson 2-7 because page 51 is kind of a review on our lines, line segments, and rays practice. Hold on one second. Thor, come here, please. Come here. Sorry about that. There are some people working outside our house today, and Thor is a little worried about it. So anyway, page 51 is telling us about our, it's having us practice our lines, line segments, and rays like we did before. If you need a refresher on that lesson, that is on page, let me find it. Those are found on page 27 in our journal. So if you need to go back, you can see that, okay? So remember, our line segment is a line that has two end marks, end points. So remember, we had our fist and our fist because either side of our line is two end points, right? A line is a line that has an arrow on both sides, so our hands are flat because they go forever in either direction. A point is just an endpoint, a dot. A ray, remember, has one endpoint, but then has an arrow on the other end. So it has an endpoint, it has a spot where it ends, and then it goes forever in the other direction. Then when we draw an angle, it says draw angle ZYX and label each point. It doesn't tell us if it's going to be acute, obtuse, or a right angle. So you get to decide, but which one do you need to make sure is on your vertices? The Y, because the Y is in the middle, and that means our vertices is the Y. Remember, our vertices is that point where our two sides meet. Right? So my Y would be where my hands meet. Draw two sets of parallel lines, okay, and label 2 points. They don't tell you what letters you have to use, so you get to pick the letters. And then draw two sets of perpendicular lines and label the points on each line. So remember, perpendicular, they cross, and they make right angles. If they are parallel, they never cross, okay? Then I want you to look at page 52. You are going to be doing the math boxes 1 through 6 on 52. Number 1, they're wanting you to name factors, okay? Factors of 40. So what numbers can you multiply to get 40? We've done factors a lot. And then you're naming the factor pairs of 36. Number 2, it says to find the area, which is length times width. It says using A equals L times W, that's area equals length times width for this story, okay? Number 3, to round the numbers to the nearest thousandths place. Remember, if there's a number before it, the number stays there. Anything after it becomes a 0. Find your multiples of 9 and fill in the circle next to the all that apply. I will tell you there are two letters that you need to fill in the circles of, okay? So 2 of those rows are going to be factors of 9, or multiples, multiples. Number 5 says to draw 2 sets of parallel lines. And then number 6 says that Arlo's room is 14 feet long. His sister's room is 12 feet long. What is the total length of the rooms in inches? So we have 14 plus 12, and then we need to make that into inches. How many inches are in a foot? 12. So you're going to multiply your answer by 12 to get your final answer. Anywhere on this lesson for today where it says to use a straight edge, that means your ruler. Those are in your crate as well, okay? When you are done with that page, take a picture of both sides and turn it into Classroom, and then you need to log on to IXL. Today we are doing an IXL lesson. So you're going to start out by doing lesson B1. Make sure you are in 4th grade math. The B1 is adding adding 2 numbers up to 5 digits. Okay, if that's not what you're doing, if you're not adding large numbers, then you're probably on the wrong section. 4th grade math, B1, adding 5-digit numbers. You are doing that for 25 minutes. If you get the 100% complete, then you are moving on to B2. When you move on to B2, you are going to finish your 25 minutes on there. So if you spent 15 minutes on B1 before you got a 100, then you spend 10 minutes on B2. So just 25 minutes total today. Okay? Also, I can tell, it tells me how long you spend on a section. So don't go over the 25 minutes just to get a better score. If you get to the 25-minute mark and you're almost done answering a question, you can finish that question. But if it tells me, oh, they spent 30 or 35 or 40 minutes, I know that you went past, okay? So I know you guys can do this. I trust you guys. Have a great day. Hopefully you finish your work early and you have a great afternoon. Bye, class.